And welcome back to more Splatoon 2! Last time we took a quick tour around Inkopolis, and this time we are going to jump into the heart of the game, the multiplayer. So we're going to start off with a turf war, or a regular battle. So the way this works is 2 teams of 4 compete to cover the most ground in a map within 3 minutes. So we're probably going to get in about 5 to 6 matches, because these aren't too long. The thing where it says raw, if you get enough consecutive wins with a weapon, you get an EXP boost once it fills up. Once per weapon, to my knowledge. So you have 2 maps that rotate out every 2 hours. You have levels that don't really seem to do a whole lot except allow you to unlock better weapons. The arrow thing is one of the items that increases EXP that we discussed from Crusty Sean last time. Got Super Sea Snails and money. So, we are going to do our best with the basic splatter shot, which is kind of like the all-around good weapon. I'm a fan of the splatter shot. It's a nice entry-level, balanced weapon. But we're gonna cover some other weapons, no pun intended. So, as usual, you have your control stick, you have your motion control. I play with motion, I know a lot of people don't. I personally cannot play without motion control, I just find it too clunky. I used to be like one of those people who didn't want to give motion a try, but I got to the point where like I like motion. So the basic splatter shot, not the 10 attack, has 2 moves. The burst bombs, which explode on contact, rather than the splat bombs, which have a countdown. And the splashdown, which we did not get to use. The Neo Splatoon is really good at close range. It's got a pretty small range, but it is extremely powerful. So I don't know if we're gonna win this one, because they seem to be doing pretty okay at the moment. So we don't have a gamepad, so we have to push X to access the map. So we can use motion controls or just select the D-pad to jump to someone. Again, if you have splashdown, if you jump to somebody, you can splash down mid-super jump, which is actually an extremely viable strategy. Also, by the way, because this is being recorded immediately after the last part, I'm still playing with Joy-Cons. If I'm a little off, normally I play with the Pro Controller, so I'm gonna be bad, because I forgot to switch over to the Pro Controller. The Joy-Cons have a different range to them, like the control stick range feels a little bit lighter, and so on. So I do find it a little bit harder to play. Once you've been used to one style, it's hard to jump back to the other. So they're winning, but it's not a huge lead, and we could still very easily take it back. Anyway, ink rails are still a thing, which is pretty cool. They incorporate a lot more single-player elements into the new stages, which is always nice. Again, I kind of blame my performance on not being used to Joy-Cons. I know some people play almost exclusively in handheld, and thus are like amazing with the Joy-Cons, but I'm not one of those people. I'm really not used to the Pro Controller for this. I mean, used to not using the Pro Controller, I think I said it backwards. Not doing horribly, at least. 500 isn't bad. That's the like the minimum to even get like a good EXP boost. You get EXP if you get 500 points in a match, which isn't actually a lot. But some weapons, it's actually kind of difficult because they aren't really meant for getting turf coverage. Anyway, this match could have gone a lot better. 1 kill is not the best for me. But again, I'm also just getting back into the swing of things. Frankly, real people are a lot harder to take down than AI. So you have a new host now, in the form of Mini Judd, who we had learned about in the single player. He represents the bad guys. Just whoever is the opposite team, Mini Judd is their mascot. So I was in the middle, that wasn't bad. I got 3? I don't remember getting 3 kills. Yeah, but yeah, we leveled up a little bit. Not enough to get any new abilities or whatnot, but hey. So a new ability in Splatoon 2, which is a huge relief, is the ability to switch on the fly. So you have like 30 seconds or so to switch to a different weapon. So we're gonna go with one of my other mains, the Dually Squelchers, specifically the custom Dually Squelchers with the Splat Bomb and Ink Storm. I'm not really crazy about the main Dually Squelchers sub and main, like, special move, so I usually go with the customs. The Dually Squelchers are dualies, meaning you can do dodge rolls, but they kind of have a range in between that of a regular Squelcher and the regular dualies. So it's kind of mid-range. I mean, you're not going to be a sniper with this, but it's a lot better range than the regular splatter shot. Again, you will be outclassed by an actual Squelcher though, full disclosure, so don't try to take on an actual Squelcher in a one-to-one duel, because that will end very badly for you. So yeah, this is Inkblot Academy. It's actually one of the smallest maps, I'm pretty sure. It's very small, so every little bit helps. And this is one map where you do not give up, because the tide can change extremely quickly. See, I outranged him, so I managed to get the drop on him, because he had regular dualies. Or it could be the Tetras, I can't tell. The Tetra dualies are really nasty because you can roll 4 times in a row, and it's kind of overpowered. So I think they're gonna win this, because they clearly have the upper hand. We're kind of not balanced. We have a lot of dualies. Not as much close range, and also not enough to really cover turf efficiently. So if you notice, there are also Octolings. That was the feature of the DLC Octo expansion. If you beat the expansion, you can use an Octoling in the main game. So yes, we will be seeing Octolings periodically, because a lot of people like to play as the Octolings, because they're actually cool. My only issue with the Octolings is they only have 2 hairstyles at the moment, while the Inklings have like 4 or 5, I want to say. So there's a lot less customization variety with the Octolings. But other than that, their inherent design is really nice. I just wish they had more variety, but I'm sure that's going to be added in the future. Watch, I'll record this and like tomorrow they'll be like, oh, new hairstyles for Octolings. And this video will be completely outdated. This is being recorded in advance, because reasons. And look, we managed to take it back. Again, this is a map where you do not give up. Never say never, because the tide can change extremely quickly. I hope you like dodge rolling, because you kind of need to do a lot of it in single player. And even more so multiplayer, because they will mess you up if you don't get out of the way. And it's better than just turning into a squid and trying to get away, or your octopus form. Yeah, I'm not playing the best today. I'm not playing horribly, I hope, but not great. I was trying to climb up the wall, but I got ambushed. This is gonna be close, actually. I think we might take it very barely. Yeah, we barely took that. So yeah, we won. Now, the Octolings and Inklings do have different victory poses, so it's actually fun to play as both periodically. So we got a freshness bonus because we leveled up this weapon to max by getting enough consecutive wins. So if we check back to the menu, the weapon says 5.5, and I'm pretty sure if you can get it to like 9 or 10, you get another freshness bonus, if I'm not mistaken. But again, I'm a little confused on how the system works, to tell the truth. Also, my controller stopped responding, so that's weird. Yeah, oh, there it goes. For some reason it wasn't responding. There we go. I think, actually, these matches are taking longer than I thought. It takes longer than 3 minutes because you do have to, well, actually get into a match. So we're gonna show off one more of my preferred weapon types, which is the Zinc Mini Splatling. Now, obviously I like a lot of other weapons. I like the slosher type weapons, I like the other splatter shots. The end zap is pretty fun. Takes a bit of getting used to though. The Squelcher is great on certain maps, like with very narrow corridors. The umbrellas are hard to use for me. I'm not a sniper, so definitely no to that. And here's also the basic mini Splatlings. So just to demonstrate, the Zinc has Curling Bombs and Ink Storm. The regular has Tentamissiles and Burst Bombs. So it's again a matter of your personal preference. I personally like the Curling Bombs because it's good for quick movement. And anyone who has played the Splatling will know quick movement is really nice. So yeah, I tend to not like the Burst Bomb option. I prefer the Curling Bombs because it's just better for getting around the map very quickly. So we have no points in this weapon because I don't actually win a lot with it because I'm rusty. I used to play Splatling in Splatoon 1 a lot, but then kind of switched to Arrow Spray. And I used Arrow Spray a lot in this game at first when I was trying to unlock other weapons, but now I'm trying to branch out and play stuff like Splatling, Squelchers, Dualies. I really want to get back to the end zap because I remember really liking the end zap in 1. I just have a hard time getting used to some of the changes. Like, the Squelcher's slow, but really long range, so you have to be cognizant of your spacing. The Zinc Mini Splatling is not as good as a regular Splatling, but charges up really fast. So it has some pros and cons. I prefer the speedier movement and also faster charge up rate. So again, it's a matter of your preference. The heavy Splatling is also a very solid weapon. It's just a very different kind of weapon. So we're using Ink Storm to kind of put the pressure on their base. That's a dually. So I don't think I even charged it up all the way, and that was still enough to take him down. So I do prefer the very fast charge up rate of the Zinc Mini Splatling, and also just the ability. So Curling Bomb like that, you can follow after it, so we don't have to worry about all the little patches of ink. We can just go in a straight line and not have to worry about anything else. It's also good as a bomb. Like, it's not easy to get a KO with a Curling Bomb, but it is good for just spacing and maneuverability. The Tentamissiles. Yeah, I was kind of surrounded there. Not too many options. I think we're not in a very good spot for this one. So again, you can highlight the actual squid icon, or you can use the D-pad. I'm jumping right into danger, so this is probably going to end extremely badly. I don't usually super jump very much, because I usually get in trouble. That guy was lurking, but I got him. By the way, something I haven't discussed is the max level is extremely high. If you get to like level 99, you can choose to basically have a star next to your name and go back to level 1. The star basically is kind of like an Overwatch. It basically means that you're over 100, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there's a lot of nuance to leveling up with all the drink tickets and experience boosting items. I think the original level cap was like level 50 or something really low. Then they boosted it back up to like 99, then added like the star levels, which I am nowhere near because I'm only level 38 still. Someday I'll get to level 50, and that's probably where I'll call it for achievements. The central tower on Inkblot is very good for sniping. I'm actually surprised we're not seeing more sniping in this particular set of games, because a lot of people like to get up on this tower, control it, and snipe everybody else. It's not a bad strategy, and I would actually recommend, you know, taking like a Squelcher, not a Squelcher. Actually, no, a Squelcher is not a bad option either if you don't like snipers. Like a Squelcher is not bad, and also definitely consider like an E-leader. That might be overkill because this map is actually kind of tiny. So bombs do count. So it's gonna wait and actually detonate right there. I think they took it at the last minute, because we kind of messed up at the end. Wow, we actually won somehow. Those little patches of ink add up, so it pays to ink a lot, even if it feels like you're down and out. That's not a good performance. I should have more KOs than that for a Splatling, I feel. We're gonna... oh. Sometimes when it lags out like that, you can get disconnected. If it disconnects at the very end of the match, it still counts for you. If it disconnects in the middle of a match, you basically don't level up or anything. So yeah, that's our look at the online. Our first look at the online, I should say. Just to reiterate, if you check in stages, they actually tell you the rotation. So next is, well, when I'm playing is Moray and Piranha Pit, so I dodged the bullet, because I don't like either of those maps a ton. I like Moray more than most, which is to say I can tolerate it. But if I can choose to not play on Moray, I'll avoid it like the plague, but I'm also not as opposed to it as most, I think, because Moray is like the least popular map in the game. Both games, because people hated it in one as well. So, yeah. Piranha Pit's not that fun either for me. But also ranked battles, which we'll be talking about next time, and League, which we unfortunately can't show off because I don't have enough people to form a League team. So, and then Salmon Run, which is after ranked. So with all that being said and done, next time we're going to hop back into the tower and show off the ranked modes. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Splatoon 2.